As men, we are called to be strong. We are called to be ones that won't move, won't budge when the storm comes and trouble is on the horizon. But what is strong? Google describes being strong as having the power to move heavy weights or perform other physically demanding tasks, and being able to withstand force, pressure, or wear. These describe physical strength, practical fortitude, a grit and determination that cannot be refused. But what happens when the battle is not on the outer, instead inside, where we cannot hide? But what happens when it's the man on the inside that's screaming the loudest? Where do we find our strength when we've been beaten and we're not feeling the proudest? The true strength of a man isn't determined by what's on the outside, but what pours out from within when he's completely outsized. A grit and determination from the heart after the boat is capsized. A strength that won't waver, won't settle until change is monumental. The gentle, non-judgmental approach is calculated and precise until the weight is lifted, but the method is not restricted. The strength that's willing to fight for what's right, but will also sit and pour out its heart, always ready to impart to the ones in need. A true strength indeed. Even when the tank is empty, it will still give out plenty. A power so righteous that it's the antivirus inside us that puts aside the differences and despairs of the past and guides us to the feet of the King. The one that suffered and died for the bride to provide us and invite us into direct relationship with Him. The one that supplies us, the one that never denies us, the one that hung on the cross, the one that tore the curtain so He could live inside us. Friends, don't be fooled by the outer. The true power of a man comes from the one living within, the Christ inside, a man's ultimate guide. He paved the way and showed us how. At His feet we bow, to humble ourselves and take our pride off the shelves in faith that through our surrender, God is our center. A man's power is not calculated by the weight he can move. A man's power is calculated by the room he gives God to move.